everybody, I want to welcome you here Tuesday, March 8th. It's 1:30 in the morning. We just took an incredible path brawler derby here with Bone Bash Roll Brawl, and it is quite an amazing thing. If you skipped that video or you didn't watch it, I encourage you to do so because I don't really have anything bad to say about that path outside of one minor thing which I covered in the video, but that was sort of speed based. They apparently neglected to tell us it also had incredible attack damage. That was bonus. This Waller Derby we're gonna take was supposed to be like the armor path, right? And so we're gonna see. I don't know. I mean, I had high hopes for Waller Derby, you know, right here. And this path is gonna be very difficult to top, in my opinion. But we'll go ahead and give it a shot. So we're gonna use our Skylander tutor ability. I'm gonna try not to sneeze. And we're going to come down here, Waller Derby. Shrug off enemy attacks with upgrades that favor defense and range. So let's go ahead and get started. That's a lie. We have Skylander Tutor. Man, I need to sneeze. Alright, so eat pavements for $13.60. Keep in mind, Tin Wing Sapphires, 20% max discount. To get just the 3 upgrades, you need $55.20 at this point in time. So we've got it covered with a little extra, but hold Y to tear up the pavement and damage all enemies in front of you. So this to me had appeal because what it's going to allow us to do, and this is kind of why I held off on this path, because I thought, you know, hey, I'll err on the side of armor basically because she's pretty quick as is. What this is going to do is, yes, when you tap Y rapidly, you've got the fingerings that stick out. They don't do a ton of damage, but you have to get to the enemy. It's not like something, an aura in front of you, a projectile, if you will. It's literally, we have to be right up in their face in order to inflict the damage. This, on the other hand, kind of reminiscent of like Swap Force Earth Element type stuff, you know, or like this, you know, ground, you know, has saws shoot through it or something. So we're going to see what we get and what it does. And it will have to go head-to-head with Jam Time. Jam Time, the crazy thing on it is the speed and the distance. But if that wasn't impressive enough, you do 60 to 90. It's not like some little chump change upgrade. It's, at that time, that was her heaviest hitting attack, you know, single damage point-wise. So, Eat Pavement sounds awesome. It should be very beneficial. But it's also going to have to deliver pretty significant damage or provide a really, really solid range. So let's go ahead and check it out. And she's, if you wonder what this like pink aura is, you're like, wait, mine doesn't have that. That relates to the Soul Gem, which we've already bought. It is also amazing, and I will showcase it to you at the end of this video. So here we go, though. We're going to come in, and apparently, again, we're just going to hold Y, and it'll shoot pavement off. So let's check it out. We're still doing our 10 to 15 here, so that's cool. And we're gonna chest it here. Okay, so how many paths was that? 3. Excellent. I'm a fan of the W pattern. Oh, we got, so it does have good range. That got all the way up to the Empire of Ice. So let's start over here. Oh wow, 5583 is significant. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's see if it... So 2 instances there. 3 instances there. It's kind of at random seeming. But again, when you kind of get it out in the open, you could sort of see the 3 trails. And again, 5583 is sort of what we get. And it does seem to go through walls and everything like that, so that's cool. Gonna be hard to put that into words. Let's hold. Let's see. 1 second, and then 55 to 83. W formation, chance for multiple hits. That's about the best I can do. Again, if you read the spreadsheet first and you're like, what in the heck is that? Watch the video. It will become explained at that point in time to you. So, pretty interesting. What we need to do now is that. It wasn't working. I had to hit the button 3 times. Her armor is currently 32 because of plus 20, so it would be 12. My biggest complaint with what's coming up next is we've seen it with other characters, and I'm sure that they get the armor buff, but it doesn't like directly apply to the stats, and I hate that. If they get a speed boost, it doesn't directly apply to the stats. They do it with the emblems and the stardust and the attributes and the hats and whatever, but these things is like, you know, move faster. Show me a number value tied to the base stats for the character. If Stealth Elf is moving around at 55 and I can take a path or get an upgrade that has, you know, increased speed, show me that she's at 60, 70, etc. So I really hope that's what we have here, but it should. And now something else, I think this will change her aesthetically. So if you liked what you had, I can confirm that it didn't really change much on the other path. Some of you may like this look better and might be encouraged to take it, but all I'm really interested in is seeing a numeric value past 12, and I don't think they're going to show that to us. But it still will be significant in my opinion, but I just prefer having that information provided. So 1760 is our price. I still don't know. I meant to look that up. I don't know if it's like buff it or boot fit, who knows, but it's an armor upgrade. So your armor bulks up and reduces enemy damage. That's what we need to know. And yes, that did change significantly, I must say. I kind of liked it better when we didn't have this, you know, like in terms of just aesthetics. I can't really showcase it well, but we can go to the moment of truth here.
Off the charts.
Okay, so that's what she looks like now. She's a very pretty vampire chick, and covering up her face doesn't really showcase that side of her, so... you know, some people, like I said, some people will think that's the greatest thing ever, others will hate it. Me, I'm interested in the stats. And we got nothing to show for it. They really need... in the next game and every game after this, when there's some upgrade, and this is a perfect example of it, and it really ticks me off, but blocker whatever, okay, your armor bulks up and reduces enemy damage. So if a Chompy was going to do 7 to 11, you know, maybe now it does 5 to 10. Maybe it drops down to some other percentile lower than that. All I want to see is 12 become 15 or 32 or plus 40 like it was in the glory days. Same thing with the speed. Now in Kate, like Stealth Elf Circle Slash, where it's if you know, press Y and you hit enemies, you'll be quicker for a brief period of time. I'm okay with that not being reflected numerically in the base stat line. If it was, you know, buy a Boreal Acrobatics and Stealth Elf gets a speed boost, if I lined her up with a standard Stealth Elf, and my nephew is controlling her, and I outrun her, you know, just moving forward, we just press the analog stick up or something, I want to see that this Stealth Elf that took that upgrade is at 70 speed, and box stock is at 50. Here, if we had 2 standard Roller Brawls, Bone Bash form, Supercharger form, I want to know that my one that went down the Brawler Derby path and has the crazy powerful attacks has an armor value of 12. And then I want to see that Waller Derby is beneficial because the armor value just became 52 or 32 or something. And that to me is a big deal. You know, it's on the lines of PvP never should have been removed. They continue to have these upgrades, and critical hit increases. Show me the numbers, because the numbers never lie, and critical hit is a bogus rip. I've never seen any true value with that, to be honest with you, outside of the ones where it's the next attack guarantees it. I've tested it, I've done the research, I have spreadsheets on this stuff from multiple games. it's worthless. That's why I never like it. If there's a path that's critical hits, and then there's one with armor or speed, or armor and speed, I have no qualms about taking it. But this right here, I just really wish that we had a numerical increase, and I can't really showcase it here. I'll just have to like swap paths and go see, you know, try to find ideally an enemy that does like 20 damage to us, sometimes 30. To standard or box stock roller brawl, and then we throw her in this path, let her get hit, and it does half of that, or 3/4 of it, or a quarter of it, or something that we can, you know, move from. But as is, I can, you know, we changed aesthetically, which I don't like. But now if we changed aesthetically, but her armor improved plus 40, okay, I can live with that. You know, the helmet's not my thing, but hey, we just got plus 40, so I don't know. We'll have to hold judgment on that one. Now, our final upgrade down this path is Contagious Kiss for 2400. When Love Bites connects, it will explode in smaller vampire kisses that can bite, weaken, and drain surrounding enemies. I've never really seen the weaken and drain, I don't feel, but I assume it's going on. But, you know, there's like, it's not like the Greebles have 100 HP above their head, and when they get hit by it, you know, it drops them down to 90, and then simultaneously takes 2 hearts away for the next 5 seconds or something. It's just, I have no way of seeing that, so we'll go ahead and pick it up, and I think it has potential, but we'll have to see. Alright, so where we were at with that, Love Bites, that is of course Kiss 10 to 15, drains health roughly 6 seconds. That's what I have here. And I believe that is where it left off, was it not? Again, bear in mind I did like all this stuff last week around this time. So we're going to have to kind of see how it goes. But let's go ahead now, and we are going to chuck these. 10. Okay. What was it supposed to do? Explode. Guess maybe it is. It's like those little hearts. I don't know. I can't really showcase that very well in my opinion. Let's go ahead and check it out over here.
Show me what you've got, Skylander.
Alright. So sadly, it didn't do an increase. You know, like past the 10. Yeah, this is gonna be like impossible. I'm kind of tired and I'm sort of having trouble breathing. The main thing I can tell is we're still doing 10 to 15, and then we're still regening 5, which again isn't really advertised. Oh, here you go. I'm not seeing him really hit the other Greebles, you know? Like, I mean, that was point blank range. So what I will show you instead is the Soul Gem. As you can see, she's glowing. That means her rage is at its peak. Can't blame her. And here's what the Soul Gem looks like. I can move it. It basically, you got two things happening. You note the finger rings orbiting our cloud. They're gonna come in at, I guess they would do 30 to 45 here. Let's actually try to log that. But you hold for basically 2 seconds when she's ticked off. I don't want... Okay, so yes, they are doing 30 to 45. That's interesting, because that does pan into Brawler Derby yet again because of the increase on the fingering. So basically, Soul Gem, Brawling Bout, you're going to hold the secondary attack once she's got her rage meter filled, which you can tell when she glows and sparks like that. But we do 80 to 120, and we do that 14 times. Now the Fangarings that are orbiting, they also get in on the damage. They do 42-63 down Brawler Derby, but Waller Derby is going to do 30 to 45. So I've got to come in and put that 30 to 45 with Waller Derby. So, Soul Gem actually will favor that you take Brawler Derby. The Plocker one I'm going to log as increased armor, supposedly. Because again, there's no merits here. Contagious Kiss, I'm not really seeing that function. So what I know is that just like when it was box stock, the Kiss is equal to 10 to 15. Drains health roughly 6 seconds. And according to this, it's a situation where it explodes with smaller kisses that I can't seem to see any damage from ever, at least here. So what I will do in this case, I'll head off into a chapter and I'll play around with it. I'll try to log what kind of damage we took box stock from like a default enemy, and then I'll come in and we will see what we take with the armor. And it better be a very significant reduction, because if it isn't, I hate to say it, but this right here, which will show it against Agreeable, which it's very hard to do that actually in the small of an arena. But the 55 to 83, it's great, but I will be honest, Jam Time and Explosive Headbutt, which I did not think Explosive Headbutt would really do that much damage, but at this point in time, I have to say I truly believe Brawler Derby is the better path. This one might be better. It's going to depend on the armor values that we get. So if it's not a huge difference, like say we've got an enemy that does 50 damage to us from a standard hit, if we don't get like a 50% reduction in that, I can't see how this path could be deemed more beneficial than Brawler Derby, but that's just my thoughts on it. So anyway, I guess I will go check in on that. I'll try to get Power Blue Trigger Happy and Double Dare Trigger Happy in here and get their path showcase. So stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're enjoying Skylanders Research, let me know. Leave a like. Your support is appreciated. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. For myself and Bone Bash Roller Brawl. Wait. Okay, so when I don't have those, I can do a jump attack.
Stick to the training.
Interesting. Let me chuck this. Right. We're doing our 24 there, primary. And now 15, so that was the minor complaint we had. 40, wow. Who knew? That's interesting. So, in addition to this, you jump, and get that, standard attack damage. If we throw the Fangarings and we go up in the air and do a jump attack, she slams down with 40 to 60. Which I feel like I talked about that somewhere, but I'm not sure where. That's interesting. So, let's see if we can do that just without. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to log that here. So, jump attack 20 to 30. Fangarings is where we'll put this. Punches 20 to 30. Jump attack without Fangarings 40 to 60. So, cool stuff. She's got a lot of unadvertised benefits here, if you will. So, that said, again, I can't really... I'll say this, I was expecting to like this path better, but I'm a little miffed, and every time I I don't understand why we don't see like a solid numerical increase. If this took the armor from 12 to 16, I'd laugh it off and say never again. You know, we're going to stick to Waller Derby. If we get Legendary, she's also going to be down Brawler Derby. Both of them would be on that path because it's just superior. If it was a situation where the armor jumped from 12 to 52, we're probably going to have a situation where I put Legendary on that path. We keep Standard here on the Brawler path. So I'll go and I'll try to get some numbers on that, and then of course the Contagious Kiss if I can ever figure out if there's much merit to that. But right now there's one measurable and quantitated upgrade down this path, whereas Brawler Derby had 3, and all of them were very significant upgrades. And the Soul Gem benefits by being on Brawler Derby. So right now, I have to give the edge definitively to Brawler Derby. But like I said, I'll try to research it some more off camera, kind of see if we can come up with anything. So stay tuned for that. Again, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. Do you kind of feel the same way I do? How do you feel about the armor and speed and critical hit stuff never getting the numeric increases? Does that bother you? If you're new to the game, it might not. If you played SSA and Giants, I bet it does. So let me know your thoughts there. Maybe we can get them to put that back in the game. I think it should be there. But anyway, I will quit rambling. Thanks so much for watching. She's still a very awesome character. And again, some of you, if you like love the aesthetic of the helmet or something, and it might actually look better on Legendary, I feel like right here it kind of takes away from her because she looks really good. Box stock aesthetics in my opinion. But like I said, some of you might prefer that and might want to take this path. But if we can get decent, analysis on it from in-game, we'll sort of have a better understanding. But without that, at this point in time, I gotta say Brawler Derby is the way to go. So we'll see what we can do. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you back here for the next installment of Skylanders Research.